The question of whether Narendra Modi or Donald Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize is complex and requires evaluating their contributions to peace against the criteria set by the Norwegian Nobel Committee, which awards the prize for the most or the best work for fraternity between nations, for the abolition or reduction of standing armies, and for the holding and promotion of peace congresses. Here, I'll assess the case for Modi, argue why Trump's claims are less substantiated, and critically examine the evidence, avoiding blind acceptance of any narrative. Case for Narendra Modi. Deserving the Nobel Peace Prize, diplomatic efforts in global conflicts, Russia-Ukraine conflict. Modi has been recognized for India's role in advocating restraint in the Russia-Ukraine war. In 2023, Asla Toje, deputy leader of the Norwegian Nobel Committee, praised Modi for India's intervention to remind Russia of the consequences of nuclear escalation, describing him as a reliable face of peace. While Toje later clarified he didn't name Modi as a leading contender for the prize, his comments highlight Modi's diplomatic influence. Modi's meetings with Russian and Ukrainian leaders, including his statement to Vladimir Putin that this is not an era of war, underscore India's neutral stance and push for dialogue. India's Global South leadership, Modi's leadership in the G20, particularly during India's 2023 presidency, emphasized one Earth, one family, one future, promoting global unity and sustainable development. This aligns with the Nobel's focus on fraternity between nations. His efforts to include the African Union as a permanent G20 member further demonstrate a commitment to global inclusivity. In May 2025, India and Pakistan faced a brief military standoff following the April 22 Pahalgam terror attack. Modi's government facilitated a ceasefire through direct military-to-military talks with Pakistan, initiated at Pakistan's request without external mediation. Iran-Israel-America conflict. In the ongoing Iran-Israel-America conflict, Narendra Modi is negotiating with all the stakeholders to exercise restraint and de-escalate. Modi even personally talked with the Iranian president to initiate dialogue to de-escalate. This demonstrates Modi's ability to navigate high-stakes nuclear tensions diplomatically, preventing escalation. Modi's governance has focused on stabilizing India's diverse and often volatile society. Policies like the abrogation of Article 370 in Kashmir, 2019, aimed to integrate the region more fully into India, with the intent of reducing separatist violence. His administration's emphasis on economic development and social programs, for example, Swachh Bharat Digital India, fosters stability by addressing poverty and infrastructure, indirectly supporting peace by reducing socio-economic triggers of conflict. Modi's Neighborhood First policy has strengthened ties with countries like Sri Lanka and the Maldives, promoting regional stability through economic cooperation and diplomacy. Modi's global standing is evident in awards like the Dominica Award of Honor 2024 for contributions to India-Dominica relations and the Grand Commander of the Order of Zayed, UAE 2019, for enhancing India-UAE ties. These reflect his role in fostering international fraternity, a key Nobel criterion. Why Donald Trump's case is less substantiated. Trump has repeatedly claimed he mediated the May 2025 India-Pakistan ceasefire, citing trade incentives as a tool. However, Indian officials, including Modi and Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri, firmly denied US mediation, stating the ceasefire was achieved through direct India-Pakistan military talks. Pakistan's endorsement of Trump's Nobel nomination appears symbolic, as General Asim Munir lacks the authority to nominate per Nobel rules. Trump's narrative lacks corroboration from India, a key stakeholder, undermining its credibility. Trump cites the Abraham Accords, 2020, normalizing Israel-UAE and Israel-Bahrain relations as a major achievement. While significant, the accords primarily served strategic interests, for example, countering Iran, rather than resolving core Israeli-Palestinian issues, limiting their scope as a comprehensive peace effort. His proposal to relocate 2 million Palestinians from Gaza to Egypt or Jordan, 2025, has been rejected by both nations, indicating limited practical impact. Trump failed to convince Iran to give up its go nuclear ambitions, supported Israel to attack Iran, and ultimately joined Israel in attacking Iran's nuclear facilities. The war is now ongoing. Critics, including former advisor John Bolton, argue Trump's pursuit of the Nobel is driven by personal glory rather than genuine peacemaking. His public complaints about not receiving the prize, contrasted with Obama's 2009 win, suggest a focus on accolades over substance. Security analyst Derek Grossman described Trump's attempt to arrange a Modi-Munir photo op as a reckless bid for Nobel optics rather than diplomacy. Trump's foreign policy, including tariffs on the EU and controversial Gaza proposals, deviates from the Nobel's emphasis on reducing conflict and promoting global cooperation. Modi's contributions, particularly in the Russia-Ukraine context and India-Pakistan de-escalation, are grounded in verifiable actions. His approach emphasizes sovereignty and multilateralism, aligning with the Nobel values of fraternity and peace congresses. Trump's claims, especially regarding India-Pakistan, are contradicted by India's official stance, reducing their legitimacy. His broader foreign policy, including aggressive rhetoric toward Iran and Ukraine, risks escalating conflicts, contrary to the Nobel criteria. The committee values sustained, impactful efforts. Modi's consistent diplomatic engagement contrasts with Trump's sporadic, often self-promoted claims. The committee's 50-year secrecy rule means nominations are speculative, but Modi's global perception as a stabilizing force gives him an edge. Hobnobbing with the commander of terrorists, Pakistan Army Chief Asim Munir casts aspersions on the intentions of Trump as an advocate of peace. If your business interests precede peace and make you side with Pakistan, the epicenter of terrorism in the world, your motive for world peace is suspect. Trump is discounting the 9/11's culprit, Osama bin Laden, or the dreaded global terrorists like Hafiz Syed and others being harbored by this same Pakistan. Donald Trump's actions, fueled by his arrogance and obsession with the Nobel Peace Prize, are failing to differentiate between a terrorist state, Pakistan, and a staunch supporter of eliminating terrorism from the world, that is India. He is shouting from the rooftops to be awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, notwithstanding that self-praise is no recommendation. A true advocate for peace works selflessly, not for awards or accolades. Awards and accolades follow them. The Indian Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, has been given the highest awards by 21 countries in recognition of his selfless and relentless hard work for world peace and prosperity, the highest ever in the contemporary world. Narendra Modi's case for the Nobel Peace Prize is stronger due to his documented diplomatic efforts in global and regional conflicts, notably the Russia-Ukraine war and India-Pakistan ceasefire. Donald Trump's claims, particularly on India-Pakistan, lack substantiation from key parties like India, and his broader foreign policy raises doubts about his commitment to lasting peace. While it's the prerogative of the Nobel Peace Prize Committee to select the winner, when it comes to the world's political leaders, Modi's actions better reflect the Nobel's emphasis on fraternity and peace promotion. The world's view is loud and clear. It's Narendra Modi, the PM of India. The statesman of the world truly deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. Thanks for being with my channel. Take care.